In the Meiji era, the collection sites were registered as common land. Over time, many landowners neglected to undergo the procedure. The prefecture investigated the ownership rights over a 5-year period, hoping to buy the property. Over 1,200 people now hold claim to the land, including the children and grandchildren of the original owners. Officials have yet to begin negotiating with the current owners. Construction on the levee is still a distant prospect. Experts who have been working on the water project are frustrated. Professor Emeritus of Niigata University, Takashi Okuma, says if they are able to cut short the preparation period required to start the construction, Niigata could have become safer sooner. He says they might need to consider a new framework to handle land used for public purposes.
How can work get started for disaster control projects? The government has introduced a new system for the regions hit by the 2011 northeastern Japan earthquake and tsunami. The government decided to allow construction work to begin in the disaster-hit regions. It was on acquired land where the owner has yet to be identified. Kimi Hisab-Miura from Miyako Civil Engineering Centre says town development cannot begin unless safety is secured. The new measure will allow construction work to begin and completed sooner. It's still important to make as much effort as possible to locate the owners of land. The work is time-consuming and painstaking. Only one project went ahead, utilising the system. Shoko Yoshihara, well-versed with the issues, she says there's a difficult problem of balancing public interest against individual rights to property. She says the government has little choice but to cautiously deal with the issue. She says the government must establish laws properly and come up with realistic measures to meet the needs of the communities concerned. Some municipalities are taking their own steps to ensure landowners can be identified. We talked with a person who visited the town office to submit the obituary notice of a relative. He asks if he needs to register. The official says, yes, please. The township is calling on people to register land they've inherited. The town is promoting land registration as people come in to submit obituary notices. This person says he was asked to change the name of the land inherited. He says, honestly speaking, he doesn't know much about it, but he appreciates the initiative. This official at the town in Kyoto Prefecture says it's a rare opportunity for them to meet and talk with people inheriting land. This is helping to prevent more cases of unknown landowners. Yoshinobu Kitamura is a Sophia University Law School professor. He says authorities should lose no time addressing the issue because society is aging, more landowners will be dying. He says it's important to let people understand the need to identify and clarify land ownership, since fostering awareness is a state responsibility.
As for how many plots of land in Japan are of unknown ownership, actual figures are not known, but a survey by the Land Ministry of 4 sample villages showed that 20% of the land has seen no documented changes in ownership for more than 50 years. In other words, the land most likely means that the land has been abandoned and the registration not updated. Given that this is affecting disaster management programs, we as citizens, as well as authorities, need to rethink the significance of land title registration.
Now the weather.
This graph shows the number of people taken to hospital by ambulance due to heat stroke last year. The number tends to increase immediately after the rainy season ends. I went to an event in Tokyo featuring measures to cope with the heat. Various things are on display, such as items readily available to ways of improving the workplace. Some 50 companies exhibited their latest products. This mat, you use it to sleep, right? And contains a special type of salt. And once the temperature rises above 30 degrees Celsius, the salt starts to melt. This draws heat from the ambient area and makes people feel cool. And I was attracted by this business suit. I tried it, and this is for people working outdoors. Well, it's quite light, and it was easy to move in. First, you connect the tube to the bottle. The bottle contains cold water, and the water is sent to the back, neck, and head of the suit.